One of the biggest advantages that Sony has over anyone in the gaming business is the collaboration between their studios and the trust they've instilled with their first-party game developers. We've heard multiple times over that every studio that's first-party with Sony has worked together in some capacity. Even second-party developers that aren't a part of Sony's first-party studios have worked together with those developers to enhance their games to heights they might not have reached without the assistance from those developers. Like Kojima, who's creating Death Stranding exclusive for PlayStation 4 coming this November, and while the game looks impressive to many, it's turned into the game it has because of the relationship he built with first-party studios related to Sony. As you can see here, he's with the founder of Sucker Punch and Mark Cerny, developing great relationships, and he used Guerrilla Games' gaming engine and used it as a development tool when it came to Death Stranding. I bring this up because it's something I truly believe Microsoft was missing for many years. I don't think a lot of the studios involved with each other in the Xbox Game Studios were working together because they were working on such different properties. And let's be honest for a second, the studios weren't innovating anything that required a whole lot of collaboration. And as an Xbox fan, I'm okay with admitting that, because over the last year or so, I've seen drastic changes in this, especially with the new studios that were brought into the fold of Xbox Game Studios. Not only does the Xbox have a great stable of studios now, but the biggest thing is that they brought all sorts of creators together so they can make each other better. And that's exactly what was said in a recent interview with inXile developers, where they discussed the process of working with Microsoft and how it enhanced their game to levels they couldn't do alone. And I'm here to break down everything that was said in this interview and how it makes Xbox first party that much better. But before I dive into this, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. The support is greatly appreciated. So let's dive into this article, because there was a lot of cool things said during the interview that does shine a lot of light on what type of culture Xbox is trying to build within their Xbox Game Studios. Because like I was saying earlier, PlayStation has already set this culture of excellence where everyone that's building an exclusive game for Sony shares technology with each other. But it's not just about the technology that makes Sony so good, it's the ideas and the culture they built. Developers feel like they're working with extremely talented people that will help them enhance their games. It provides them a great community that helps each other reach new heights. And that's exactly what's happening with Xbox in their studios. Tim Campbell of inXile said that their game is better because of the support that was provided by Xbox. This is exactly what he said in the interview. I can say on the team level, the development side, we're ecstatic for the partnership with Microsoft. We are absolutely making the game Wasteland 3 that we want to make, and we're making it better than we would have been able to by ourselves. This line alone really does showcase exactly what type of community Xbox is trying to build. They aren't trying to push their developers into a direction they want. They aren't trying to keep their developers on one type of game so they can make games that Xbox wants. It's about giving creative people within the studio the freedom to make the games they want, but providing them with great resources to not only make the game they want, but also make a game they didn't even know they can make. To me, this has shades of what Sony has done for years with their developers, giving them the freedom to make the games they want to make, while they provide all the great resources they've acquired over the years to them. And that's what makes this quote by Tim Campbell that much more interesting, because it does show that Microsoft is providing them the resources necessary to enhance their games to a level they didn't know they can reach. But it's not just the endless resources that Microsoft can provide these new and old studios, it's the collaboration they have with other first-party developers that really excites me. And just like Sony does within their own studios with collaboration and working together to get the best out of their games, Xbox seems to encourage the same type of working relationship within their studios. inXile founder said that there's strong cooperation between different Xbox first-party studios within Xbox. He said this: "We're sharing with all the studios. I mean, we talk to the guys at the Coalition. If we're doing something that involves shooting, we'll pick up the phone and talk to them. If we want to do something with water, you know, we'll talk to the guys doing Sea of Thieves and go, hey, just tell us about your water technology." So that's what's great. I mean, everybody's like kumbaya. Everybody is sharing everything that they're up to. We're in constant communication and we all want to help each other with our craft. To me, this is probably the most important bit of information when it comes to the article, because it's exactly what I think Xbox has been missing for years. Having talented developers working together in order to make each other better. And as a person that's been a part of the tech world for over 5 or 6 years now, I have to say that the best environment I've worked in was an open source one. where I'm able to share my progress with multiple developers and I'm able to get feedback on what I'm doing wrong or what I could be doing better. You put your ego aside and you learn or even teach something new to each other. It's such a great place to be as a developer, and that's exactly what's happening with these new Xbox studios. They're able to work together and create different technology that will make developing games that much more easier for them. Instead of concentrating on a certain aspect for a game for hundreds of hours, they could talk to one of the other studios and have that issue sorted out in 2 or 3 days. This reminds me of what Sony Santa Monica did when they were creating God of War. While they were creating the game, a lot of developers and higher-ups wanted to take Atreus out of the game because he didn't seem useful. But Cory Barlog held strong and wanted to keep him in the entire game. It was a huge point of contention. But instead of trying to figure out how to make the character work on their own, Cory went to Naughty Dog to talk about how they incorporated a companion into the game like they did with The Last of Us, and to some lesser extent Uncharted with Sully. Because they had that resource, it was much easier to have Atreus in the game because they figured out how to make him a vital part of the story. And that story always stood out to me because it shows what these talented developers could accomplish when they work together. And it's exactly what was missing from Xbox for so many years, be it because the innovation that was lacking or because they didn't have enough developers in their stable to really work together. Either way, it's awesome to see all the studios come together and be in constant communication. Their culture being built within Xbox is what I think will make the difference when it comes to the games Xbox Game Studios start to bring out in the next couple years. Because they'll be able to create games at a much more efficient rate, but also create things they might not have seen until they worked with others. And I have to give credit where credit is due, and that's to Microsoft, who's allowing Xbox and their studios to build the games they want to build. When someone is passionate about something, they tend to create the best content from that passion. And the trust that Microsoft is giving their developers really makes me a happy gamer, because I want them to create games they have passion for, games that they truly want to make. And these new studios feel that Microsoft is really giving them the time and resources to make the best game possible. There seems to be trust between the developers and Microsoft. Brian Fargo says as much when he brings up the trust between Microsoft and inXile. He says this: "Yeah, I think we're fortunate because Microsoft trusts us. I think that's always a concern when companies get bought. That's what they think. There's a natural sense of there goes the company now, but really they're like, we trust you. I mean, even when I started talking about what we want to do in the future beyond that, I started describing in detail and they go, we trust him." That last quote from the article really does hit home exactly what type of working environment Xbox is looking to create. We heard this from almost all the studios that were acquired by Microsoft. Ninja Theory said that they feel very free in their creative process because Microsoft just provides the resources they need to make the games they want. Obsidian Entertainment said something about their relationship with Microsoft and how it made them feel like they were a part of the team and really a vital part of the Xbox Game Studios. And now inXile is saying the same thing as all the other studios. They're given the freedom and budget to do what they want. Let's hope all the support and all the money and resources Microsoft is putting into these new studios can make a big difference in the quality of games they create. Either way, it's pretty exciting to see where this all goes. But I want to know what you think about this. Do you like the collaboration between all the studios? Do you think this is a huge advantage Sony has had for years? Are you happy with all the studios that Xbox are acquiring? What studio excites you the most? Does the trust between everyone make you excited for Xbox's future? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. Any support helps the channel out more than you know. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my videos. Also follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description. If you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat and I'm always playing games. I hope to see you guys there. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.